Hello there. My name is Armando. One of the things I noticed in my observations is that we tend to commonly picture improvement as some sort of escalation. So, in my life experience, it was usually about more effort, more optimization, more control most of the time. And indeed, if you pay attention, progress is often framed as accumulation, as if better functioning always requires adding something new to the equation. But my lived experience often suggested a different pattern. In fact, many meaningful improvements to our well being actually emerged through reduction, if you think about it. It's reducing friction, reducing unrealistic expectations, reducing internal conflict. Now, this model does feel quieter and is a lot less theatrical. I admit to that, definitely. There are no dramatic transformations, there are no sudden reinventions. Instead, there is gradual stabilization of both behavior and perception. In this process, what changes is not so much our identity, but our interaction with our daily decisions. So, systems tend to become more forgiving, adjustments will tend to become smaller, and continuity will tend to become easier to sustain. Now, in this context, it is important to acknowledge this. Subtle progress lacks spectacle, like I said before, which tends to make it psychologically undervalued. And it's really funny if you think about it, but as a species, we are culturally drawn to visible struggle. Like difficulty feels meaningful, effort feels convincing, but durability and not intensity shapes our long term outcomes, really. And I have experienced that myself in my life. Small corrections maintained over time can really reshape trajectories with surprising power. The challenge is that they are often unnoticed while they are happening, obvious only in retrospect. So, in that sense, looking back becomes essential as part of this process because without retrospective awareness, we risk progress feeling perpetually insufficient, like the feeling we are never really there where we aim to be. In turn, when we add retrospective awareness to the process, change reveals its cumulative nature, and there is less drama, more stability, and more realism. Something to consider, does that message resonate, and how does that feel in your personal experience?